Should Biden be on the ballot in Texas? It's December 22nd, 2023, and these are your headlines. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick says, hey, maybe Joe Biden should be taken off the 2024 presidential ballot in Texas. Now, Patrick made the comment during an interview with Fox News host Laura Ingraham this week. His remark was in response, of course, to the Colorado Supreme Court disqualifying former President Donald Trump from being on their 2024 presidential ballot. He also commented on the Biden administration's failed border policies, which have led to millions of illegal aliens crossing the southwest border. He told her, he said, we're fed up. In fact, seeing what happened in Colorado makes me think maybe we should take Joe Biden off the ballot in Texas for allowing 8 million people to cross the border since he's been president. Of course, the comment was made in jest. That didn't stop some of the liberal media from jumping all over it. On Tuesday, the Colorado Supreme Court ruled that Trump should be disqualified from holding the presidency under Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution's 14th Amendment. The clause is meant to prevent anyone from holding state or federal office who has sworn an oath to support the Constitution and, they say, engaged in an insurrection. The court ordered that because of Trump's conduct surrounding the January 6th incident, Secretary of State must exclude his name from the state's Republican presidential primary ballot. The court said, we conclude that because President Trump is disqualified from holding the office of president, goes on to say it would be a wrongful act under the election code for the secretary to list President Trump as a candidate on the presidential primary ballot. That was written by the court's majority. It said, therefore, the secretary may not list President Trump's name on the presidential ballot, nor may she count any write-in votes cast for him. The Colorado court also stayed its own ruling until January 4th, subject to any further appellate proceedings. Trump's campaign has since said they will file an appeal to the decision. We certainly expect to see that expedited. Campaign spokesman said, we have full confidence that the U.S. Supreme Court will quickly rule in favor and finally put an end to these un-American lawsuits. Similar disqualification challenges have been filed in multiple states. Texas voters continue to support school choice. That's according to a new poll, even as recent efforts to create a school choice program have been repeatedly killed in the Texas House. The poll, conducted by the University of Texas and the Texas Politics Project, shows that 54% of respondents said they support, and this was the wording in the poll, establishing a voucher, education savings account, or other school choice program in Texas. 32% were opposed, while 14% were unsure. The support was even higher among Republicans. Same poll showed that school choice enjoys 71% support among Republican voters, with only 16% opposed. School choice, as we've said, is a priority of Governor Abbott as well as the Republican Party of Texas. However, last month, 21 Republicans voted with Democrats to strip a school choice proposal out of a school spending bill in the Texas House. While several of those Republicans are not seeking re-election, those that are find themselves with primary challenges. Abbott has already begun endorsing against incumbent Republicans who oppose school choice. Senator Ted Cruz says he will do the same.
If you're not watching the Luke Macias Show, then you are not as engaged as everybody else is in Texas who's trying to make a difference, knowing exactly what's going on so that they can take action on the things that really matter. Guys, watch us on the Roku app for Texas Scorecard. Watch us on YouTube. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Get engaged, get more informed, so together we can actually make a bigger difference on things that matter for the future of Texas. God bless you.
Lastly, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has recently announced that he's won an injunction against the Biden administration that would prevent federal agents from destroying crucial wire fence barricades along the Texas-Mexico border. This follows an administrative stay Paxton secured earlier this month, issued by the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which temporarily paused Texas border security legal proceedings as the case continues to make its way through the courts. The injunction, however, has prohibited federal agents from damaging the concertina wire fences that Texas has placed along the border, pending appeal against the Biden administration. A press release from Paxton's office explained that despite recognizing that the federal government had failed to enforce existing immigration law, federal district court decided that the Biden administration enjoyed sovereign immunity, essentially meaning it can't be sued without its consent. This resulted in the court allowing Border Patrol agents to resume the destruction of the fences. Maybe you've seen some of those videos. That led Paxton to immediately appeal to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. They concluded that the Biden administration did not have sovereign immunity, and they halted the destruction of the fences as the issue continues to be litigated. Paxton said, "I am very pleased the appellate court has forbidden federal agents sent by the Biden administration from destroying our concertina wire fences." He also said that given the ongoing disaster at the southern border due to the federal government's intentional actions, more than ever, it's necessary to take every step we can to hold the line. Border security continues to be a top priority for Texans going into 2024 as illegal aliens flood across the border as a result of the Biden administration's open border policies. For example, U.S. Customs and Border Protection temporarily suspended railroad operations in both Eagle Pass and El Paso, redirecting personnel to aid in taking illegal aliens into custody. Reports from Eagle Pass show thousands of illegal border crossers awaiting processing as CBP is struggling to deal with the surge of crossings. You can check out all the stories of the day at TexasScorecard.com.